Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash, double honor and praises to Apostle Elder G. Messer taught me his truth, and peace and blessings to the Akim that has a life daily, pushing his truth with sincerity, to the Akwaf listening and learning, Shalom. Once again, my name is Ainon with GMS Detroit Barcamp, and this is just a quick lesson on revenge. Contrary to popular belief, revenge is not only in the scriptures, but it's also righteous. 2 Thessalonians 1 and 6. Seeing it's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that troubled you. And us, the enslavement of the heathens in the first 1,000 years of Israel kingdom will be justified as payback for all the wickedness that those nations did to the children of Israel throughout history. And it's going to be a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation unto them, and to recompense a payback. Hey, everything they did to us, hey, we're going to do exactly the same thing they did to us, but we're going to do it righteously. Hey, we was made to build their kingdoms up. They're going to build our kingdom up when the Lord Yahweh shall returns. It's going to be our resting time at that time. Hey, our work and our hard labor is going to be over and done with. It's going to be their turn to work and build the kingdom up. And matter of fact, let me grab some more revenge scriptures. Revelations 13 and 10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Y'all led us into captivity, and it just wasn't the so-called white man, it was all you nations. Every last one of you led us into captivity. And it's going to be a righteous thing for the Most High to recompense tribulation unto all of you, all of our enemies. You know, like I said, it just wasn't the so-called white man. Hey, it was also the Arabs, the fucking Indians. Hey, at once upon a time, the Chinese, the Japanese had us as slaves. Hey, every last one of you are going to be slaves under our feet, even including the so-called white man. And this is Psalms 83 and 1. Keep not silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace. Be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make atonement, and they that hate thee have lifted up their heads, and have taken crafty counsel against thy people. Who is his people? The so-called children of Israel, the so-called Afro-Americans, the so-called Latinos, the so-called Native Americans, who are the Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. And the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad the four corners of the whole earth. Hey, y'all took crafty counsel. Hey, your secret meetings. Hey, your G6 summits, United UN meetings, NATO, uh, uh, um, uh, United Nations. Hey, these are secret meetings. Hey, never once have you ever said anything concerning the so-called Afro-American, Latinos, or Native Americans regarding to the treatment that they've been treated throughout history, especially the way they was treated by the so-called white man in Americas, in England, and the other parts of the earth. Never once have you ever said anything to the cruel treatment of our people. They said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. And they have consulted together with one constant, and they are confederate against thee. And it's every last one of you nations. The tabernacle of Edom, so-called white man, the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, Moab, the Chinese, the Hagarenes, Jabal Ammon, the the Japanese Amalek, the so-called people that say they are the Jews, which who the scriptures even say they are not. The Philistines, you so-called Africans, and the inhabitants of Tyre, Ashur, are also joined with them that are hoping the children of Lot shall lie. All of you came in one constant to take us down, that we may not be a nation again. So, it's going to be a righteous thing when the Most High send His Son, who the world enemy calls Jesus. When He returns, He's going to take all you down. And the Most High is going to make it a righteous thing to recompense tribulation unto you that troubled us all them years, all them centuries ago. And the Most High don't forget none of that. Hey, you got to pay for all that, everything that you did to us. This is Genesis 13:10. He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Hey, y'all led us into captivity, and y'all killed us with the sword. Hey, it's a righteous thing for the Most High to recompense tribulations unto you. That you troubled us. Not only with death with the sword. You troubled us. We make us work for you for no pay, and kept us like that all and for generations, on top of generations. So y'all led us into captivity. The scriptures say y'all gonna go into captivity. It's just it's the Most High is about balance. Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight. You know, it ain't no forget about that. The Most High don't forget about it. Whatever you do, you gotta pay for according to it. You sow what you reap. A false balance is an abomination to the Most High. So, things got to even out. We was captivity under you, and the only way things can balance out and make it even if you be kept our slaves in the next kingdom when Israel be set up. That's the only way it'll be a just weight and a delight in the eyes of the Most High. That we get our recompense against you, our enemies. Matter of fact, let me start right here. And like I said, you shed our blood with the sword, and your blood's gonna be shed. This is Genesis 9:6. Whoso sheddeth a man blood, by his blood shall be shed. For the image of God made he man. Hey, you shed he shed not only blood, but you said the blood of the children of the Most High, his precious things. So since you did that, it's gonna be a beautiful thing for the Most High to allow us to get our payback on you. You know, get our turn at beating you down, making you work for free, for no pay, like you made us do it. This is Exodus 21:16. He that stealeth a man and sell him, if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. And right now, all you nations have an Israelite captive in your land. And when the Lord Yahweh returns, hey, stolen goods gonna be found in your hands. And Yahweh is not coming to save the so-called white man or the other nations from themselves. He's coming to save his people, the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, so-called Afro Americans, Latinos, and Native Americans. Israelite foreigners scattered abroad, the whole earth. That's who he's coming to deliver, the elect and the 1/3 of Israel. You know, the 2/3, they're gonna fall by the sword because when they heard these words, they did not want to. They did not want to answer to them. They did not want to. They didn't want to learn these words. They didn't want to come out and teach them. They didn't want to come to the service of the Most High. Hey, 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 hey. The Most High is only going to. The Most High is only going to send the Son for the men that preach and teach this word, and the 1/3 that believe in them. If you don't have the name or the belief in them, hey, there you go right there. And the name is important. The name of the Father, Yahweh, and the name of the Son, Yahweh Shai. This is Numbers 35 and 33. Ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein. And this land right here, America, it have so much innocent blood shed upon it. This land right here will never be cleansed because so much innocent blood has been slain on this land. When the white man came over here, he stole this land by force, slaying the so-called Native Americans, the Latino tribes, just to take this land. And then after they stole this land, they put them in chains and made them slaves. And while they was making them slaves, and they malnourished them, where their numbers decreased. They pretty much destroyed them as people altogether by their brutal tactics, just to get the stuff that is in the ground. And then after that, when they couldn't work them no more to get what they want, because land ain't really worth shit unless you could work it. You could work the field. That's when land have value. If land just sitting there and nothing's being done or worked on that land don't have no value. When land have value on it, when you have a people working that field, when you have ox and cattle in that field grazing it, that's when land becomes value. You know, when that land is actually bringing up fruits from the actual sources of that land. But they made us work for no pay, and that's how was it the slogan "Make America Great Again"? They thought that they was going to actually literally make America great again. The only time when America was great was when they had us in captivity, when they had us in chains. That's when America was great. But payback is coming back because the Most High sent His Son Yahweh Shai for His children Israel. Don't know you. This is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy. I'm reading the verbatim. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And this haven't happened yet in prophecy yet. This is going to happen when the Lord returns. and set them in their own land, and strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave unto the house of Jacob. And those strangers are the Israelite foreigners. The so-called it's the Israel is so-called Afro Americans, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are not those names. You're not a Negro. You're not a Spic. You're not a Mexican. You're not a Puerto Rican. You're not wherever the so-called white man want to categorize you as. You are one of the children of one of the 12 tribes of Israel. That's what your nationality is. We are these people of the Bible. This is our history. And the people shall take them and bring them in their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captive who captive they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. A recompense. It's a righteous thing for the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that troubled us. Hold on. Salakia. And I'm going to keep reading. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from thy hard bondage which thou was made to serve. And it's going to be our rest. This place right here, we haven't been able to rest or enjoy anything, or not even our family, our children. Man, we can't really enjoy anything in this world right now, and in Esau's kingdom. We eat, sleep, use the bathroom, and go back to work and repeat the same thing Monday through Friday. It's just a continued cycle of the same old shit. And then after that, you still a slave. You got to ask the so-called white man for permission to drive your car, to operate your vehicle, and you got to ask him for permission to have a permit, a paper, a plastic card that say you can drive a car, and you got to pay for that every 4 years, and you got to pay for a permit to even live in your own property every year. That's called land property tax. And you pay that every year. If you don't pay that in 3 years, they could take your property. When you really own something, it's yours outright. You don't pay no taxes on it. You don't pay no taxes on what you free. What is truly yours. You know? When you own something, you don't have to continue to pay taxes on it. You have to constantly continue to pay taxes on everything. You got to ask for permission to go fishing for something that they don't even own. They don't own the fishes in these waters. They ain't put no fish in the waters, but they say they own them. You know, none of this stuff in the fish in the waters or the ocean, they could really say they own, because none of this have they created. All these things was created by the Most High, or the beasts of the field. You have to ask for permission to even go hunting. You know, you a slave in every aspect of your life. This all went until you die. It's the only thing that's that's guaranteed is death and taxes. You gotta even pay taxes when you work, and they take the taxes out before you even get your check. And if you don't let them take the taxes out before you get your check, by the time you owe and you mess around and don't pay them, then they want to put penalties on top of it and make you a debt slave until for them taxes. This is matter of fact, this is Psalms 149:7, to execute vengeance on the heathen and the punishment unto the people, and to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, and to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints. Praise ye Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hey, soon, we're gonna even, even the kings and the queens are gonna be, under your feet. Hey, the kings of the earth are going to be servants under you when the Lord set things right. You know, this is Isaiah 33:1. Woe unto thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled. Woe that dealest treachery, and they did not treacherous thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou make an end to deal treachery, they shall deal treachery with thee. It's turn around. It's fair play. Fair play. What comes around goes around. Hey, what you did to us, we're gonna do exactly to you. But we're gonna be righteous in our doings when we get our hands on you. You know, this is Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devoured thee shall be devoured. Hey, every last one of you nations devoured us. Hey, every last one of y'all nations had a chance to put us in chains, to make us slaves, make us servants unto you. So, and it's a righteous thing for the Most High to let us get our turn and make you slaves under us. But hey, when we get the kingdom, we ain't going back in chains no more. Hey, it's gonna be an everlasting kingdom, and y'all still gonna have to serve us. Hey, y'all still gonna have to bring y'all riches to us. If y'all don't bring them, we gonna go into your kingdom, and hey, we're gonna be breaking you down. You don't bring that tribute, hey, we're gonna come up in there, and we're gonna come up in there and take it by the force of a sword. And you don't want us to come up in there because the scriptures say, hey, one should chase 1,000 in that day. We don't want them problems. You know, this is Jeremiah 49 and 12. For thus said the Lord, behold, whose judgment was not to drink of the cup, has surely drunken. Hey, we so-called African Americans, Latinos, and Native Americans, hey, we was never meant to be slaves, ever. Hey, we was meant to be the rulers of this world. Hey, brothers be making a joke talking about we was kings, but hey, we was actually the rulers of this world. We the one went off. We the one went off for the gods of the heathens. So every time we went and made spiritual fortification, serving gods of wood, stone, and metal, and the Most High sent us in captivity, made us slaves unto these other nations. That was our punishment, slavery. But the Most High set them up because, hey, everything you did unto us, hey, we're going to do to you. We're going to reward you the same way you did us. And matter of fact, here go right here. Revelations 18:6. Reward her even as she had rewarded you, double according to her works. In the cup which thou have filled, fill it to her double. And we're going to fill the burdens that you put on us, and we're going to fill it double unto you, heathen nations, the wicked, especially Esau, the so-called white man, we going to, man, it's going to be our heaven and your hell, you know? For I have sworn by myself, Jeremiah 49:13, for I have sworn by myself, saith Yahweh Shem Yahshai, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach. And you so-called white men, you Edomites, Basra is one of your capital cities. And it's talking about you right here. Basra shall be a desolation, a reproach, a curse, and all the cities thereof a perpetual waste. Hey, we're going to get our recompense against you. But hey, we're going to get it on the Lord's time. Hey, we got to wait on Yahweh Shem Yahshai to allow it to happen. Hey, the scriptures say Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning. Hey, it's your kingdom right now. Hey, the world is given to the hand of the wicked. Hey, this is your kingdom right now. Hey, you can see by all the wicked inventions that you did, everything that you do intentionally to all the nations. Hey, it's wicked. But hey, coming soon, hey, judgment's gonna be passed, and we're gonna get our turn. But hey, we're gonna get our turn not only on you, but we're gonna get our turn on everybody that put their hands on us. And this is this is Jeremiah 25:15. For thus saith Yahweh power of Israel unto me, take the wine of the cup of his fury at my hand, and call all the nations whom I send thee to drink it. And they shall drink it and be moved with and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. And that sword is the thermonuclear missiles, and also the sword also going to be Yahushua, because Yahushua is going to be coming to when he come the scriptures say he's coming with a two-edged sword. and he's coming to take down you nations when he returns. Revelation 19:11. And they shall drink. Let's keep on going. And I took the cup at the Lord's hand, and made all the nations drink, whom the Lord has sent me, to wit, Jerusalem and the city of Judah, and the kings thereof, and thereof make it a desolation, astonishment, and a hissing, and a cursing to this day. The Pharaoh king of Egypt, and his servants, and the princes, and all his people. And especially right now, this ain't talking about Egypt right now. Hey, it's talking about America, because America is Egypt, spiritually called Egypt, our house of bondage right now. And all the meager people, and all the kings of the land of Uz, and all the kings of the land of Philistine, and Ashkelon, and Uzziah, and Ekron, and the remnant of Ashdod. This talking about the Edomites, you so-called white man, Moab, you Japanese, Ammon, the children of Ammon, you Chinese, and all the kings of Tyrus, and the kings of Zidon, and the kings of the Isles, which are beyond the seas, Dedan, Tema, and Buz, and all that are in the utmost corners. All you kings, all the kings of Arabia, you Arabs, and all the kings mingled people that dwell in the desert, and all the kings of Mur, and all the kings of Elam, you so-called from the country India, and the kings of the Medes, you so-called Persians, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world which are upon the face of the earth, and the kingdom of Shishak, and all drink from them, drink after them. And therefore thou shalt say unto them, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, because he's not the God of the whole wide world. He's the God of the children of Israel. Drink ye and be drunken, pew and fall, and rise no more, because of the sword which I sent among you, and it shall be if they refuse to take up the cup at thy hand to drink, then thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai of hosts, ye shall certainly drink. Hey, you gonna drink of this captivity, of this slavery. Hey, you gonna get it. Hey, everything you did to us, we gonna do it right to you. Hey, payback. Matter of fact, so-called white man, hey, you getting it the most. And matter of fact, I got one more. Nope, that's it. On that one, nope, I did that one. Let's keep going. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so I will do unto thee, and thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and all Idumea, even all of it, for they shall know that I am Yahweh Shemiel Shai. Hey, this is payback. Hey, you, hey, virgin daughter of Babylon, you so-called white mans, are going, your kingdom is going to be taken away from you. You so-called ruling class, you kings and queens of the earth, you so-called Edomites that think y'all going to run this world and in the world to come. Hey, it's written that, hey, everything that you did, hey, the Most High is going to do to you. Hey, you're going to reap what you sow. Hey, this prophecy haven't been fulfilled yet. This is this is the beginning of your end. This is Joel 3:2. I will gather all the nations and bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, and I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and departed my land. And you scattered us among all the nations. That's how come. The elites don't know who is an Israelite right now, and that's the reason why they're trying to put their MOBT in every little every living people person that is right now, for they can claim ownership and say that they own personal property, but it ain't gonna happen. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they may drink. And yea, what have you? Well, that's it. Hey, you sold us into some chains, and hey, the Most High is going to repay you for the stuff you did to us. Matter of fact, let me stop